Hello, Scorpio. Elsie here to do a reading for you for the week ahead. How are you? I hope you are well. Just looking for cards here. Here we go. I hope you're well. Thank you for clicking here. If you're someone who always clicks here, I appreciate you. If you're my ride or die, thank you so much for doing that. And if you are someone who is brand new, welcome. Welcome to Ten of Cups Tarot. I hope you will stay. And if you decide to stay, it's not going to be because of these readings. It's going to be because of the awesome people that are here in this group. And they're always willing to talk to each other and help each other and be empathetic. And it's just a lovely place to be. So I hope that you'll decide to stay. All right, Scorpio, we are here. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the week ahead. What is going on with Scorpio? We have stillness. I won't take it because there's too many. Stillness. So you might be dealing with a situation right now, Scorpio, where it's very quiet. And so I don't know if you're the one that's quiet or they are. Maybe you both are. But somebody here is being very quiet. And so what I want to say is do not mistake the stillness for an ending. The stillness is just as it is. It's somebody's contemplating. Maybe it's you. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Very interesting miracles. I love it. Scorpio, what is with you? Somebody here is taking a risk. Flexibility, the F word? What the heck? Come on, Scorpio. I'm Taurus Sun, but you know that I know what a fixed sign is. All right. So I feel like you're taking one look back there. Scorpio, you're about to take a risk. You're about to try your wings. You have been trying to be more flexible. Bravo to you, if that's you at all. And I believe I'm looking at this line here that is looking back. It almost looks like back down a path I've come from, or maybe come from the side. Should I go down the path? It's like you're being really flexible with how you feel. Like it's like you're sort of doing what you feel rather than what you think you should, is what I want to say. You're being more flexible. It feels like you're about ready to catch flight here. You're taking a risk on something, and it's because of the flexibility that you're taking the risk. You've decided to change your mind. Just had a conversation about that with my bestie today. It is so hard to change your mind when you're a fixed sign. You go at things really slow because it's really hard to change your mind. But somebody here is in the flow. You got the F word here, flexibility. It's the F word for all the fixed signs. Yep. Flexibility. You might be someone who also has fire in your chart. There's a lot of red and purple. Maybe you've had your third eye open. There's some violet here. Red could be the root chakra. It feels like somebody's awake. Someone has woken. Yeah, it feels like all the chakras are opening. Yes. Yep. We've got pink. We've got purple. We've got orange. We've got red. Yellow. Blue. Yeah, they're all here. It feels like somebody has woken up and has now decided that they need to take a risk. They need to be more flexible. Scorpio. Most of you probably clicked off by now. Relationships. You are learning something here. That's what it feels like. You're learning something, or you've come to a reasoning, or you've changed your mind in terms of relationships. It says, I'm attracted to those people who serve my highest good. So what I think is what you've decided is that you need to stop running at the fire. If you have fire in the chart, I think that you have decided that the person that is for you is someone who is going to, be familiar to your higher self, is what I want to say. Regret. I know that I cannot change the past. So it feels like there is somebody, a relationship with someone, whether it be platonic or romantic. We're looking at a relationship here. It feels like you have decided that you're going to now start picking people in relationships. And relationships can be platonic or romantic, right? Regardless of what that is, I feel that you've decided that you're now only going to be with people, talk with people, commiserate with people who are appealing to your higher good. So someone who is intelligent and kind and has a big heart, you know what I mean? Like it feels like you have decided, made a really big decision. Because in the past, I do believe that you ran toward the shiny thing or the fire. We've got orange and red and brown here. I feel like you've run toward the shiny thing, and it's not really served you well. That you've made maybe some impulsive decisions in the past regarding relationships, taking risks and regret. I feel like you have some regret for taking some risks that you did. So you're taking risks now, and I feel like you have gone at it a little slower. You've come to this place of taking this risk through flexibility. So I feel like it's really well thought out, is what I want to say. You've been in the Four of Cups, right? You've been in the Four of Cups with your energy. Not really sure if I want to move from here. Feeling a little redundant, but you know what? Is this really what I want to do? It ends up, for me, always in some sort of an issue with, someone falling out of love with me, or I get bored with them, or they get bored with me. The Knight of Cups is unrequited love for me. In the reverse, it's like, I don't know if I want to take a step forward to tell someone how I feel. It feels comfortable in the Four of Cups. The comfortable, the Four of Cups is the rut you've polished, right? You're trying to be more flexible with taking risks, but the rut is comfortable. It's shiny. It's comfortable, right? I think you're scared of getting hurt. You're scared of getting hurt because it feels like you keep meeting people, Scorpio, who take more of you than they give. I feel like this here tells me that you're now in a different frame of mind about what relationships are going to look like to you. Because what I feel has been happening here for you, Scorpio, is that you keep getting hurt emotionally by the Queen of Wands in reverse. The Queen of Wands in reverse is someone who is more focused on herself than anyone else. So it feels like you have this, maybe you have water energy. Well, of course you do, you're Scorpio, but maybe you have other water placements. But it feels like you keep losing in love, or you keep finding these people that are not as heartfelt as you, that aren't as emotional as you. And the thing is, you might be attracting the Queen of Wands in the reverse, who is a little bit of ego. She looks good, smells good, her nails are done, her hair is great, but she is quite selfish and really isn't interested in your feelings. This is someone who might pick a mate based on what they look like, because the Queen of Wands is very attractive, but they're not necessarily wanting to connect to them in an emotional way. So I feel like you keep finding people or attracting people who are highly attractive in a social, in the society way, right, from the outside, because society as a rule doesn't care what's on the inside. They just judge everyone by the outside. So I feel like according to society's rules, this person looks like a great person, or people look like a great people, but you keep getting hurt. And it might be because of your inflexibility in the past, your inability to be flexible. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. So you end up single, right? You end up single, or you want to act in an individual energy. You're comfortable in your rut. I don't really want to move, Elsie. But you know that there's something else out there for you. You have this intuition. Yeah, you keep going through cycles with people, I believe. These people who keep hurting you, who are not giving out, not giving as much as you are. It always ends up in an unrequited love situation, and you know it's going to happen. But you jump into the cycle anyway, because I feel like you're bored with being single. Yeah. You're in a rut. You're bored with being single. And I think that you know that it doesn't end well, or it comes to the end and we're not looking back. Unrequited love happens. I think that you know all of this stuff is going down. Page of Pentacles, but you try it anyway because you're hopeful. Yeah. We've got the Eight of Pentacles, working hard on some sort of an opportunity that's been taking a long time. Two of Pentacles makes me feel out of balance. I really want to balance it. I want to heal it. Four of Wands. Okay, so yeah, you don't want to be single. I think you're bored with being single. Four of Wands. You're looking for a partner who can, someone who can partner with you. Yeah, it feels like maybe the people that you've been dealing with or the people that you've been dating in the past, it feels like you're looking for someone specific. It feels like your soul is reaching out looking for someone specific. You get sidetracked by the pretty thing or the handsome thing, right? The one who's charismatic and off the chain and super passionate, and you know what I mean? Like it kind of throws you off track, but it always ends up in ending. Yeah. It's almost like, I might as well enjoy it while I can because I know it's coming to an end. That's what it feels like here. Sorry, that's been happening to you. So I feel like you at some point are going to have a realization that you do have the High Priestess energy, that you are someone who is very psychic or intuitive. I feel like that's why you're making this decision, that people here, you can no longer date this way. I mean, it's great to have someone on your arm who is very nice to look at, but I think that the universe has come in and said, that's not what you need. What you need is an ending so you can have some sort of a new beginning here. You're taking risks with flexibility. It's like, maybe I'm not completely attracted to the outside, but maybe this person's amazing on the inside. And that's what's going to give light to the outside. And that's usually the way it happens. All right. So somebody wants to send a message. Somebody is bored with being single. Somebody wants to, it's like, this is more of a contract or things that we write out, things that we have to be very careful about. We have to be careful, go over the details. The Seven of Swords is here. Make sure that we don't make any mistakes or lie about what we're putting in the letter. Somebody has been, maybe when I see this card, it reminds me of someone who might be writing an email, saving it, putting it in the drafts, because of the card number 27 is 9, and someone's going over the details. It's like someone writes it, puts it in the draft, and we keep going over it and just editing what we have again and again and again. I want to make sure that I'm being really truthful about how I'm feeling. So it feels like a text or an email or something like that. You know what I feel, Scorpio? I feel as though it always ends for you because you never really show them who you are. And who you are is really beautiful, because the High Priestess is here. You're someone who is, whether you're feminine or masculine, you're someone who is highly psychic, who is empathic, someone who loves to help people, gives great advice, someone people look up to, someone who usually is the person who in the room will remain silent. People, I feel, will pay attention to you, Scorpio, because you don't speak often. But when you do, people listen because they know that if Scorpio's going to open up their mouth to say something, it's probably going to be impactful. So it feels like you've never really allowed these people that you've been dating to get to know you. It feels like you've been wearing a mask, or that this could be the mask. Maybe you get in this loop, right? It feels like a loop to me that we're looking at over here. Yeah, this person looks good to me, but you don't know what's behind the mask. Intuitively, maybe you do, but then you fall out of love with this person. The universe ends, right? The universe comes in, that's the World card. And there we go. Yeah, it's closed now. So it feels like you have not had much luck finding a person. Yeah. And you have been thinking about someone specifically that you want to write to, send a text to, someone you want to communicate with. Just listening. Card number 2 is the High Priestess. Yeah, it almost feels like you feel really lucky because you have a beautiful woman on your arm or a really handsome guy on your arm. You feel really lucky, but this person really is the Queen of Wands in reverse. This person's probably, has other friends with benefits, or maybe you don't realize that at the time. Maybe you've been put in the, what do I want to call it? You've been put in the, it's like you're in a long row full of people this person deals with. You're not the only one. So you're not able to find anybody who is of substance, is what I want to say, because you're coming up as the High Priestess here, I think. It feels like your energy. You're single because you're the High Priestess, and please understand that a lot of High Priestesses are single. Because at this point, when you get to this point in your life as a High Priest or High Priestess, you have to have someone add to your life. It can't be someone that comes in and expects you to give them all the stuff, money and things and time and energy. You are now expecting someone else to come at you and give it to you, Scorpio. So you're really being selective with the people that you form relationships with in your life, because you don't want to be left in regret, right? The regret, I believe, is that you continue to be single, and I don't think you want to be. And if you do want to be single, then this isn't your read, because I'm reading about someone who doesn't want to be single. Tell me about this note. Got the Chariot, Cancer energy. We want it to move quick. If I didn't say, the High Priestess is Pisces. They have the knowing, right? You could be someone who also has Pisces in the chart. It could be a lot of water. We've got the 5 of Wands. So someone, yeah, it feels like your gut tells you, the 5 of Wands, you're in indecision. Do I really want to do this? Do I really want to go forward? You kind of start beating yourself up about, oh my gosh, like I'm single, but I don't want to be single. And then, you end up meeting people that just aren't for your highest good. The 5 of Wands tells me that, do I wear the mask or do I not? It's like an indecision of whether or not I show this person who I really am. It feels like someone here doesn't really love themselves enough to show other people who they are. Maybe you're just not feeling as confident. Oops. We have the 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, it ends up with this your partnership not growing. That's what it ends up with. You end up, it looks like a good thing from a distance, but I think when you get close up, ultimately what you want is, you want psychic reciprocity. You want someone to be able to feel you and know what you're feeling, know what you're, you know what I mean? You want someone that you can spar with spiritually, I believe, and you're no longer dealing in luck. I think that dealing in luck has brought things to a really rapid end for you. Okay, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go into the extended here. We're going to talk about this letter, because I feel like it's a letter, an email, something that's going to come up here. And it is, I feel like you're really bored with being single, and that's the reason for the letter. You're sending it to somebody who might live at a distance from you, somebody you want to go see. You might be deciding to send this email or this message to this person, but I really feel like you struggle with being who you really are. And you think that this is going to end up in unrequited love. You think that this person's going to say no thanks, because I feel like there has been a situation here where someone else said no thanks. And that could be why we're in the 4 of Cups over here. Yeah. It feels like either someone offered it to you or you offered it to them and someone turned you down. Unrequited love. And so then you get into, dating all these people in loops that just aren't good for you. Tell me what the challenge is here. The challenge is the moon. Okay, we're gonna take a look at that too and find out what the moon energy is bringing. The challenge is, do Do I really show them everything that's in the moon energy or not? The mask is here. Ooh, the plot thickens. We've got the 8 of Pentacles here, which tells me that someone is really ready to put the work in on it. I believe so, because this is a huge decision here. Deciding that you're only going to speak with and let people into your life that are good for your highest good is a huge, huge decision. That might be the risk that you're taking. You're really looking over the whole thing. Let's go do some extended if you're interested. This seems pretty specific. These readings I've been doing today seem very specific. So if this is your situation, might only be 1 and 2 of you, but out of the hundreds and thousands that watch. But I really feel like we are talking to someone who's trying to make a decision to communicate with someone and whether or not they should be themselves, because they don't want to be in this situation again. So let's go in and take it apart, and I will be in the extended. You can look for the link. It's the first one by the heart. First link in the description. If you're interested in a private reading, Scorpio, please look for the yellow dot, which is just below that. And I'm going to go for now. I love you guys, and I'm out. See you later. Bye-bye.